is in your head. I'm looking for a virgin. A virgin doesn't guarantee a good marriage.
Visit, I have no problem. But a job that you are going to do for the rest of your life, why do you rush to go and do it? Yes.
And as couples, we have to know our love languages. As a man, you should know what your wife's love language is.
Marriage, they say, is sweet when you meet the right partner. But what happens when you get it wrong in your marriage and relationship? On this week's episode, we are bringing to you a reality discussion with real women. And trust me, you wouldn't want to miss this discussion. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. Hello, you are welcome to this week's episode of the PEEVEE show. On this week's episode, we are taking a look at getting it right, what men and women are getting wrong in marriage and relationship. So on this week's episode, we are privileged to be with some unique women. I call them real women, and we are going to talk reality on this week's episode. So firstly, we'll start with the wonderful woman on my right.
I'm Jackie. This is Jackie Bay. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm also Mrs. Priscilla Franklin.
Okay.
This is Sabina.
All right. You are all welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So we'll start with Mrs. Sabina. What do you think married women are really getting wrong?
So what I would say is missing. Most women are missing in the marriage is love.
Love.
Yes. Love. If I say love, it is not the love that you see your husband and you have butterfly in your stomach and yes, it's there. But real love that will make you forgive your spouse even before he comes to apologize. Let me put it, long suffering. Okay, let me put it that way, long suffering. Women are missing patience in marriage. For instance, I'm saying this because, for instance, a husband may be misbehaving. They won't take their time to analyze the situation, look at the root cause, and see ways they can go about it. Our parents lived in very bad marriage, but in the end, for instance, my mother lived in a very bad marriage. I saw it. So even at the point of getting married, I had to halt it because I felt if this is how marriage is, maybe I'll go through the same marriage. I'll go through the same process, and I may not be able to handle it like the way my mother did. But I realized that she had patience. Real patience. In the end, this man went and came back. She had her husband back. I'm not saying you should endure bad marriage to the extent that when your head is being chopped off, you are still in it. Okay, but these days, women are lacking patience. They won't forgive. They will keep record of what the man has done. It's hurting the marriages. That's why I'm saying that we are lacking love, real love. We love it when it's rosy. We are happy when it's rosy. We are happy when the man goes and comes early. You're happy when the man is helping with a few things in the house. But the moment he stops, the moment funds stop coming, the moment those kind of little things in marriage. Sometimes it's not a big thing, so it's not a big things. Small things. By the time you realize, you've blown it out of proportion. So we should check that love, the one that will make Jesus come down and come and die for us.
All right. Okay. But if love is what we are really missing in marriages, then is it right to make your husband your priority? Is it right?
It's right to make your husband your priority.
Your only priority.
Oh. You see, Abraham Maslow has hierarchy of needs.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are different types of like
There are basic things, and there are things that we add on as we go on in life. So you can't say you're making your husband the only priority, because the other things you must also consider in the marriage. The marriage is not just about you and your husband. It's a whole institution, a whole big thing. So the priority, you must make your husband your priority, fine, but you shouldn't make him the only priority. When you are married and you want to take decisions, you must consider the other partner. Especially, let's say for instance, work issues. One has to move to a different location to work, and you are working because to raise income to take care of the family. So you need to consider, as I'm leaving this place to this place, how will my husband be taken care of, how my wife be taken care of, how my children be taken care of. These things are things that you need to consider. So you make your husband part of your decision making and decision taking, but that doesn't mean he's your only priority. No. In other decisions, in other things that has to do with other matters, you can also look away from him, not necessarily making him your entire priority.
And it all comes down to love.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. If you love him enough, you put him in the equation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So in making him your priority, not just the only priority, is it okay to be so transparent with him? Is it very fine to everything? Do you have to tell him everything?
Okay. The Bible says that they were both naked and they were not ashamed of themselves. So if you are both naked and you are not ashamed, what is there to hide again? Because now you are married, you share everything, you do everything together. So what is there to hide again? You should talk. If there are issues, you discuss together, then you see the way forward than keeping it. And how will it be resolved? If you keep it, it will never be resolved. But if you share together, because you are together as one, so if you share, then together you pray on it and see God's guidance, and you move forward in the marriage. So I think the transparency is very important.
This is Dampa.
So we may look at it from different angles. For instance, financially or emotionally, you have to be transparent. As for that one, if you are not transparent emotionally, you do yourself, because the other party will be very happy, thinking you are also happy, and you are not happy, and you are quiet. You not tell him what makes you happy. In fact, you will die young. Yes, you may develop certain health conditions that you shouldn't have. You understand? But emotionally, you have to be transparent. And then when you come to certain information, it depends on your husband. Look at your husband's temperament. When you give him certain information, how is he going to handle it? There are some men, if you tell him that, oh, this gentleman has been chasing me, if you are not careful, he will turn it and say you are the one doing the chasing. You understand?
Men and women, be mindful.
Yes. If a woman, you tell your husband that, oh, this man is trying to make advances. If you are not careful, if the husband is the over jealous type, you have challenges. So if you can handle it cool and let it die off. Now financially for me personally, well, it's not one size fit all. Personally, my husband knows that I earn this. I know he earns this. But as to how he spends it, as to how I spend my money, he doesn't care. But he must make sure there is money for us to use when we need it. You understand? So transparency, you have to be circumspect about the areas where emotions matters. Speak out. If you are suffering, speak out. Some people are sick, but they will not tell their husbands, I am sick. It is not right. You will kill yourself. Your husband will live. He will marry another woman and he will be happy. You'll be gone. You'll be forgotten. All your pictures in the room will be taken out. because they don't want memories of dead people in their home.
Wow.
So that's my take.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Prempe.
Oh, I think you said, it's transparency is dependent,
Yes.
and how the other partner also receives the information. So,
All right, so now we are getting to a very sensitive question. While having fun with my spouse, he stopped to turn on the music, and guess what? Celine Dion's music. Is it wrong to put off the song because of my spirituality?
I have an answer.
Okay.
Spirituality. Ke.
I have an answer. I told them before the show.
Okay.
I have a friend, and we were talking about sexual intimacy and all that with our husbands and all that. And she was telling me that, there are times you can even put in music, slow gospel music, and it can create a very great environment. And she gave me an example of a song.
Okay.
Sinach Waymaker. So when the foreplay starts, you are here working now, then you'll be doing the slow motion. Immediately, Waymaker, mirror, then the tempo changes. So it's all, I mean, if you don't like Celine Dion, the other things you can like. And you see, we must be versatile in all of these things. Just explore things in the bedroom, explore and make your love life exciting. Don't be doing just, and I mean, in exploring, do things that you're comfortable with. Not you want to go and do cowgirl, and at the end of the day, you break your neck and your back. No. So you have to, if you find Celine Dion something out of the box for you, find something you are comfortable. Maybe your husband doesn't know that you don't like Celine Dion, and he puts in Celine Dion. So tell him, maybe I don't like Celine Dion. Maybe next time let's listen to this. And I mean, you should. These are things you talk about, then you solve.
What do you say?
Interesting.
Okay.
You want me to talk about this? Really? Spirituality.
For me, I think it's even wrong that in the midst of having all that, you get turned off. It's disrespectful to the other person.
So at what point will he even get up from whether the bed or the sofa or the floor to walk to the systems, put in something and come back to you, and you'll be lying there waiting for him? For what?
That is possible.
No, but why didn't he start the music before the action?
You see,
Fine.
Before he came into the action, he had a well laid down plan.
Fine. Granted.
He didn't just come and no, the plan is there. So in his mind, and the emphasis Celine Dion. Which of the Celine Dion songs are you familiar with?
The power of love.
Then okay, what say? So so I'm sure in his mind he felt maybe, but if you are not, you see, I was also saying that once you get turned off and your husband doesn't know that these things can turn you off, it also exposes the different interests you people have. Okay. So your husband has a certain interest, you also have another interest, and you don't know. So this situation has exposed it. So you talk about it, then you deal with it.
But my issue with the spirituality aspect, you are turned on, you are in action, and because of Celine Dion's song, you say what? Your spirituality. Spirituality, okay? You know, an early woman once told me that, look, marriage, yes, God instituted marriage, but we don't marry in the spirit. You understand? We don't marry in the spirit. So anything you can do physical to make the thing jump, do it. You understand?
Yeah.
Into all the Celine Dion matum. Fine. You don't like Celine Dion. Just take the artist away out of your mind. Listen to the lyrics. And then Celine Dion has a power of love. If it is not power of love, will you be cuddling each other? You understand? Sometimes you don't have to put the man off because he has done something you don't like. Flow. Flow. Move here. Then you can say that, anyway, next time, then you suggest songs. Maybe he doesn't know what you want. So don't say your spirituality. Sex, no more than spiritually. Thank you.
Alright, so we have another question here. I am to appear decent in my apparel as a Christian sister. Yet I'm told to wear something sexy when I'm with my husband. Is it wrong if I'm stiff naked to wear my normal nighties instead of being sexy for him?
You see, let's not put the Bible out of context. Okay. When the Bible said you should dress decently, did he say dress decently? He didn't say when you are going to sleep. You see, he was talking about your appearance in public and all that. That was where the Bible was saying you should dress decently and modestly. But if you are with your husband and your husband says, I want you to wear this sexy dress so that it would, if that's what turns him on, why not? We shouldn't allow Christianity to make us behave in a certain way, you see. So if
not said much on this issue.
You see, men are turned on by what they see. Yes. So if you are with your husband and you go and wear a very big dress, nothing showing, it will put him off. So you should dress such a way that it will attract the man and also turn him on. So you shouldn't say because of spirituality, I'm a Christian, so I'll go and wear a gown when I'm with my husband alone. No.
What of tying cloth?
Tying which cloth? Alright, so before we leave, your final. Okay.
You know, we are all created in God's image, and God has a purpose and plan for each life. So as a woman, whether married or not married, you should know your purpose for living, and you should work towards it. You shouldn't just live your life anyhow. You should have a purpose for living, and once you have a purpose, you work towards it and to build your confidence in most of the things.
You see, some men too have their own issues. So let's say you're a banker, then you marry, then your husband will tell you, oh, that banking is one, it exposes you to too many men. You are losing your identity. You are losing something because of the man. Maybe you have a certain skill set that can even give you more money and whatever in the career that you found yourself. But because your husband feels threatened, he will tell you, don't lose your identity because of your husband. No, don't.
Alright, this is that one, your final words.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So my final words is that marriage, or let me say love, is not just an emotional thing. It's attitudinal. You need to your actions, as they say, speaks louder than words. You need to love your husband. When you enter the marriage, don't think of the worst case scenario. Don't be thinking about the what if. Be positive about your marriage. Even if you're facing certain challenges, be positive about your marriage, because successful marriage, as I always say, is possible. Now, you are married to a man. Accept him, love him, submit. If I say submit, doesn't mean that you are lying down for the man to walk over you. Support him, seek his view on issues. In fact, the list goes on and on and on. But as I always say, the bottom line is love. If you love somebody, you would want to do something that will make the other person happy. You help each other. That's what love is all about. So that's what I would tell my fellow married women out there. There may be challenges, but put it before God. You bring back the sweetness in your marriage. Amen.
Amen. Okay, so I also to add, so if to those of you who are in doubt of what love is, she means 1 Corinthians chapter 13,
Yes.
love. Go and read that, and you know how to love your husband and how to be a good wife. And also, I would want to say that don't make things difficult for you in your marriage. We are in it as partners. We are not in it as competitors. We are in it to share our weaknesses and our strengths. We are not in it to prove a point. So, if you are having challenges in one way or the other, discuss with your other partner. And make the effort. It should be at the back of your mind that you're making the effort to make the marriage work. If at a point in time you have challenges, go to the creator of it. Pray. Ask God. Seek counsel. So that you know how to go about some of the things that you go. It's not everything that you should have an opinion on. There are certain things, just let go. And allow the marriage to go through its natural course. Don't hold grudges. Don't forgive each other. Love freely. Discuss everything, anything that comes into your mind that you have an issue, or you don't understand your husband, or you won't say. Ask him. I've realized you're doing this. Why? And know how to ask. Don't go with
Premeditated opinions.
and also don't go like attacking. Know how to speak, how to talk, what to do at the right time and all that. And at the end of the day, pray to God and give your marriage to the hands of God, and everything will be successful.
Yeah, thank you. And I also say that as couples should build more likeness and similarities with your husband and manage the differences. The more you do things together as couples, it helps the bonding. It bonds you very well. So do a lot of things together. When you are home, do a lot. If you are going out, you go together. Bathing, you bath together. You do so many. Once you do a lot of things together, it builds the bonding and it strengthens the marriage a lot. That's what I'll say to my fellow women.
Alright, thank you very much for watching this week's episode of the PEEVEE show.
The part 2 of what men get wrong in marriage will be aired via our Facebook page this Tuesday at 2 p.m. Kindly stay tuned.